Hi there ladies, welcome back to our channel and our 30 to 30. Today is day 5 and unfortunately I'm not feeling very well, so we don't have a workout today, but I decided to share some tips with you, some fitness tips that I really do deem very important and practical and realistic and true. So without any further ado, let's get down to my 10 tips for you. In no particular order. First of all, you need to have a plan. If you are venturing into a fitness journey, a wellness journey, whatever it may be for you, you need to have a plan. A plan, I mean, make sure you know that on certain dates you want to work out. What muscle groups do you want to work? What kind of exercises are you comfortable to do, or that you want to do or need to do? When it comes to your meals, what do you want to be adding or taking out of your meals as part of your wellness journey or your fitness journey? And also, mommies, another thing on this point to consider is what emotional clutter do you need to let go of so that you are successful in your wellness and fitness journey? Because remember, physical fitness, as it being exercise, cannot on its own be holistic fitness or be holistic wellness. So we have emotional fitness, we have mental fitness, and then we of course have the obvious diet. What are you consuming? What are you eating? So have a plan to guide you. Number 2, related to the first one, avoid having fad diets. You cannot live on diets all the time. You know, one of the things about diets that I really don't like is because if you go on a diet, you're about to get off a diet. So what happens after the 7 days of you just living on liquids, on green juices only and soup only, or after you have subtracted all the sugar, all the fat, all the carbs of your diet, and then now you are done with your 2 weeks, your 7 days, or your month, and now you start again going back to having proper regular food. It's a problem. So whatever weight you think you would have lost is bound to actually come back. And also, very important to note is that these diets, they come in, they're not so natural for our bodies. So what damage are you causing to your body with fat diets and trying to live on diets all the time? It doesn't work. It really doesn't work. So that is my number 2. My number 3 is to have appropriate fitness gear, especially the shoes. You need to make sure that your gear is on point, especially the shoes, mommies. I'll show you this video that I have. I have the shoes that I have, they are not for workout. And how you know that the shoes are not for workout is because they are more comfortable for your daily life, and the sole is totally flat. So you need to make sure that you get appropriate and comfortable shoes for your workout to take care of your feet. Then in the 4th place, it's very important, mommies, to find what works for your body and what you're able to do. So if you hate your exercises or whatever you are venturing into, it's bound not to work. And I'm not even saying that you are going to love everything you do. There may be 1 or 2 exercises that you don't like, but it can't be that you hate all your exercise program, all of it. So find exercises that you are able to do, that you are actually comfortable to do, that you look forward to doing, and that you don't mind repeating and doing over and over again. We have a lot of workouts on the channel. Some of them are actually short when I was pregnant. You can refer to some of them, see which ones you actually like, and do what you would like to do and what you feel comfortable to do. Now in the 5th place, mommies, complicated exercises do not guarantee better or faster results. And you know what? It's better to have a simple workout, as it being just doing regular squats or a regular plank, than trying to do something very complicated and not doing it well. So avoid having or trying to do complicated workouts or exercises that you actually cannot do. And don't get me wrong, I am not saying you shouldn't improve and try new things. Try new things, but do not complicate your life. Simple basic exercises actually work. If you look at all the previous days and the workouts that we've had, they're quite basic, quite simple, and it's very easy to think, these things are not even going to work, they're so easy. But believe me, they do work. In the sixth place, mummies, is weighing yourself every day. You cannot be weighing yourself every single day. I mean, if anything, that is just going to make you miserable. I mean, that is just to say the least. That's me being very polite about it. But it's really, it doesn't even work. And also, mummies, when you're using a scale, you need to remember that the scale takes all your weight, right? We have water retention, especially as women. What time of the month is it when you're weighing yourself? We have water retention, we have body fat, and we have muscle as well. It's very possible that when you start your fitness journey, you may be a particular number on the scale. And as you continue exercising, that number may go up because muscle weighs heavier than body fat. So you need to keep something like that in mind. You cannot just depend on the scale only again to track your process. I also like taking pictures in all different profiles. So the front, the back, the side profile, just to see. Measuring tape is also another good way to track your process, your progress, to see how well you are doing and if you are having any changes. So do not solely rely on the scale, and do not weigh yourself every single day. At the very least, I think 7 days is reasonable. You can see some changes in 5-7 days, so perhaps a week, but not every day, mummies, not every second day. Not healthy, not good for your emotional and mental state. In the seventh place, mummies, balanced meals. Just try to make sure that you balance your meals, and by that I mean make sure you have your veggies, you have your protein, and you have your carbs. You cannot exclude one group of food and think that's going to be sustainable or that's good for your body, because our bodies need all the nutrients and all the energy from different food groups. So you need to have your protein, you need to have those carbs. Yes, have your carbs, and have that controlled amount of sugar as well. And this leads me to the next point, which is having a cheat meal. Mummies, you can make it a cheat day once a week, or you can make it a cheat meal. The difference is, when you have a cheat day, it means you're going to allow yourself to have maybe box cereal in the morning, or you're gonna have what's nasty, pancakes with lots of syrup. I don't know, I can't think of examples. And then for lunch, you are going to allow yourself to have those yummy muffins from Mark and Bean, and you're gonna have chips, or you're gonna have a burger with the chips, or you're gonna have pizza, and at night you're gonna have an ice cream. And that doesn't sound realistic, right? But it happens. Maybe you're gonna have ice cream at night and have another pizza, or have something that you know you don't eat regularly, or that you know is not exactly that healthy, but it's nice and it's good to have, right? So you need to have those days. That is a day. Now, when we talk a cheat meal, it means you will eat well. If you eat 3 times a day, you will eat well, and then maybe just have a snack. Maybe your snack can be a piece of cake instead of having nuts, or instead of having seeds, or having an energy bar, you will have a piece of proper nice milk chocolate, or you will have a slice of cake, or you will have a bowl of ice cream. So that will just be your sort of kind of cheat meal, or you'll have your nice breakfast, have your lunch, and then for dinner maybe have pizza. So you need to allow yourself to have those nice pleasant things, even though they are not so healthy or not considered so healthy, but you need to have them, because you not having them and depriving yourself of them makes you crave them even more. And then what happens in the end most of the time is that you end up binge eating those things that you are restricting yourself from eating, that you're depriving yourself from. So have your cheat meal, have your cheat day, however you want to make it work. Just make sure you get some pleasure and some yummies in your fitness and your wellness journey. My next point, ladies, and this is now number 9, is to sleep. Please, ladies, let us sleep. I know we have a lot to do. I mean, we are wives, we are mommies, we are students, we work, we have social lives, and we just trying to juggle everything and make things work. But it's important to just have enough hours of sleep. Sleep, 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 and sleep. I'm not saying sleep 10 hours a day, but get your sleep. And this brings us to our last point. Do not compare yourself to other people, especially professional athletes that you see on social media, that you see on fitness covers, because they are professional athletes. Now, as a regular person, you work out maybe, let's say, 30 minutes a day or 15 minutes a day, and you go on about your life. Now you have a professional athlete or a fitness model or a model in general who needs to be training for 2 hours every single day, because that is part of their job. You cannot, or maybe can, but you can't really expect yourself to look the same way as they do, considering that you are not using fitness as your profession. Is not you at work, and you don't have exactly 2, 3, 5 hours a day to be working out, to look in a particular way or a certain way. And on that point, mommies, let's not focus on only how we look. And again, do not get me wrong, it's important how we look. I mean, that is how I want to see progress with this 30-day challenge that I have, by my physique, right? So physique matters. Yes, sure, we care how we look. You want to know that you have, tucks in the right places, and that you don't have anything hanging in the wrong places. But in the same breath, we need to keep in mind how we feel. So how does exercising make you feel? How does eating well make you feel? How does resting enough and sleeping enough feel for you? How does it make you feel? That also matters a lot. So it's not just how you look about the exterior, the internal wellness also matters a lot. My last point or last tip, mommies, if you can, find yourself an accountability partner or a fitness partner. This can be somebody that you actually share your workouts with. This can be somebody that maybe, if you are not together to do the workouts, somebody that you show your workouts, so they will hold you accountable. So find that friend, that friend who is not scared to tell you, girl, you're dropping the ball. You need that friend. Very, very important to have, because they'll hold you accountable. When you start slacking, they will remind you what your goal is. And this friend, by the way, you cannot have an accountability partner who does not want you to succeed. You cannot have an accountability partner who doesn't want to see the best out of you. So from that point of caring and loving and genuine interest in your growth, that person will make sure that you don't drop the ball. And when you do drop the ball, because you are only human, they will make you aware and they will help you get back on the track, and maybe, just maybe, remind you of your why to begin with. And those are my 10 points, mommies, that I have for you today. These are fitness and wellness tips that I trust if you keep in mind, you will be just here. Remember, mommies, that you are magic.